The U.S. government says it's sending $20 million in food and medical supplies to Venezuela. But to some, this looks more like a Trojan horse to undermine Venezuelan democracy. Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro responded that all these shipments are just a plot to meddle in internal affairs. And actually, history does give him a reason to be very skeptical of U.S. intentions.
We will deliver the food and medicine you need. We will tear down the apparatus of terror, and we will help you to build a new Iraq that is prosperous and free.
And this is no secret. U.S. national interests have always worked like that. Vietnam in the 60s, Yugoslavia in 1999, Iraq in the 2000s, Afghanistan in 2001, Libya in 2011 under a NATO-led coalition that started a military intervention, Haiti in 2010 after an earthquake, Yemen, Syria, Somalia, and, well, it's a long list. In the case of Venezuela, what the U.S. government fails to mention is the current cost of the economic war it's waging against it. The sanctions since August of 2017 have cost Venezuela $30 billion US. If they really wanted to help, maybe they should end those sanctions. Meanwhile, Venezuela's opposition and the international mainstream media have been focusing on Maduro's government's rejection of all this aid. What they forget to mention is that just in the past few weeks, over 900 tons of medical supplies arrived in Venezuela, all coming from international partners like Palestine, China, Russia, Turkey, and Cuba. Yes, Cuba, it's always those communists and their medical internationalism. So after all, maybe we should rethink what those U.S. millions could represent, and what political consequences they could lead to. As Morton Wendelbo, a political scientist, says, humanitarian aid is rarely just about saving lives. And in Venezuela, any U.S.-supplied aid may have substantial political consequences. It is the threat of intervention and regime change that has aid organizations and NGOs, including the Red Cross and the United Nations, worried about the U.S. aid deal with Venezuela's opposition. This is exactly the reason why they, too, don't want anything to do with it.